5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
This is About Space, America's return to space, with news and information on our U.S. space program.
From our About Space Today World Headquarters, I'm John Gomez. This week in space, Firefly Aerospace has an agreement to launch from Sweden. NASA's first Chappie mission completes successfully. And is Boeing Starliner stuck at the space station? This and more next, as America and the world is listening to About Space Today.
D&D Cruise and Tours is the official agent for About Space, and we invite you to come fly away to all-inclusive resort island destinations, or a cruise vacation from Port Canaveral, and even visit the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, or just come and see the parks. Call for a discount cruise or an island getaway or the Florida beaches. Call today. The call is free, and so are our services. Call 877-747-8631. That's 877-747-8631. We are Florida's group travel specialists.
Welcome back. On June 27th, Firefly Aerospace, a Cedar Park, Texas-based aerospace firm, announced that it has entered into an agreement to launch its Alpha rocket from Sweden's Esrange Space Center in northern Sweden beginning in 2026. The goal is to support commercial, civil, and defense customers with launches. Modifications are currently underway at Esrange Launch Complex 3C to prepare for Alpha's inaugural launch in 2026. A statement from the Swedish Space Corporation read, "With the inaugural launch scheduled for 2026, the new complex will support commercial customers in the broader European market and enable tactically responsive space missions to further advance national security for NATO countries." This huge announcement comes just days after Firefly announced they would launch from Wallops Island, Virginia, instead of Cape Canaveral, Florida, as initially intended. Firefly also has a multi-launch deal with Lockheed Martin that runs through 2029 and is set for launch later next month.
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Kerner. I'm the Deputy Center Director here at the Johnson Space Center, and I'm very excited to welcome you to the closing of the Chappie 1 mission. What a day to celebrate and commemorate. This was the first of 3 NASA analog missions to simulate a Mars environment. 378 days ago, these 4 dedicated individuals who you're about to meet entered this 3D printed 1,700 square foot Mars habitat simulation. They have spent more than a year in this habitat conducting crucial science, most of it nutrition-based and how that impacts their performance, but crucial science as we prepare to send people onto the Red Planet. These 4 individuals volunteered more than a year ago to dedicate their time to this effort. I'm very appreciative. They've been separated from their families, placed on a carefully prescribed meal plan, and undergone a lot of observation. When they come out, give them a big round of applause.
As you heard there, NASA's first Crew Health and Performance Exploration Analog, or CHAPIA, completed its first year of training in a simulated Mars habitat. The 4 volunteers for this first CHAPIA mission were Kelly Haston, Anka Seliaru, Ross Brockwell, and Nathan Jones. Their home for the past year plus has been Mars Dune Alpha, a 1,700 square foot 3D printed habitat designed to feel like an isolated Red Planet outpost. For more than a year, the crew simulated Mars mission operations, including Mars walks, grew and harvested several vegetables to supplement their shelf-stable food, maintained their equipment and habitat, and operated under additional stressors a Mars crew will experience, including communication delays with Earth, resource limitations, and isolation. NASA officials wrote in a Chappie mission description, NASA has closed applications for the Chapiat 2 mission, which is tentatively scheduled for spring of 2025. Finally this week, after a mild celebration by this reporter, it seems trouble has once again found Boeing's Starliner spacecraft. So it's really become a pick your poison scenario for NASA and Boeing. Do they take the chance and return the spacecraft to Earth, or do they have Bush and Sonny stay at the ISS for an undetermined amount of time while they run diagnostics and simulations from the ground? For right now, there is no answer. But stay with About Space Today News for more on Boeing Starliner as this story develops. Make sure to check out our Facebook page, aboutspace.today, for launches and landings, and invite your family and friends to listen weekly. You can find us on your favorite podcast platforms like Apple, Spotify, Libsyn, and more. Be sure to join David Denault twice a month for Special Report and Don Meyer every Friday for America in Space. Whether you're listening on the International Space Station or just on your phone, thanks for joining me. I'm John Gomez, and you just learned a little about space today.